I would be remiss if we did not talk about the fact that you have been working with Boz Luhrmann on the Elvis biopic starring Tom Hanks. And I mean, you're playing Sister Rosetta Tharpe, who is actually the mother of rock and roll. And who
Mm-hmm.
has been, largely forgotten about, as far as pop culture goes. And I'm so glad that Boz Luhrmann wanted to make sure that he paid respect and paid homage to this iconic woman.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, playing Sister Rosetta Tharpe, what was that like? And did you feel a huge sense of responsibility to get it right? Because you're going to really be introducing her to the world.
That well, that is something. That's a statement that hasn't been made, and was the first thought I had. I've
Wow.
talked to people
Yeah.
about it, but no one's gone, "Hey, you're going to be introducing her to the world." I'm like,
Yeah.
I know, so I've got to get it right, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't just phone it in and then like have someone do stunt fingers for me. I was
Right.
like, I'm going to learn how to play like this,
Wow.
and I've never done a solo in my life. I play rhythm guitar. And so I'm like, okay, I've got to start doing this. And then I realized that her solos cross the vocal. They don't go in time with the vocal. Like she'll push the note and then she's grooving with the solo, like on the beat, and then her vocals are like all across the beat. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is gonna be fun. Slash impossible. But
Right.
so you biologically need to make a split in your brain. And then I need to do that whilst acting and actually embodying her, whilst watching Baz out the corner of my eyes so I can get direction, whilst watching my marks so I can hit them,
Yeah.
whilst interacting with Elvis and reacting to the things happening in the scene, all of which I'd never done before for 15 hours a day. And so that was the level of commitment I was willing to put in to make sure that I represented her right, and
Mm-hmm.
that people, when they saw her, they saw the command, they saw the agency, and they saw her creating rock and roll
That's right.
before their eyes. No one
Yes.
had done the distorted guitar sound before her.
Mm-hmm.
She invented rock and roll,
Rock and roll.
and she
Plain
discovered Little
and
Richard.
simple. Yes.
So we don't get Prince if we don't get her.
There we
There's
go.
so much of like soul and funk music that we don't get if we don't get her, because of the
Mm-hmm.
people that she gave rise to.